For most students, the most critical item you use will be your laptop. Whether you're writing up your next essay or creating long-form video content, you will want to make sure that you're using the correct machine. We have listed the best student laptops 2024 and their key features. You need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now, let's get started. Number 5. Lenovo Yoga Pro 9 i16. Few powerhouse laptops can stand toe-to-toe with the 16-inch MacBook Pro in all areas, but the Lenovo Yoga Pro 9 i16 is that device. It's an all-rounder that shines as a high-end creative device, but can comfortably reside in the gaming arena too. The raw power of this laptop is provided by an Intel Core i9 13905H chip and an RTX 4070 GPU alongside 64GB RAM. That's a mammoth trio, which will comfortably deal with intensive 4K editing workloads. It provides the color accuracy you'll need as well, with a mini LED panel that scored highly in our color gamut coverage benchmarking. The rest of the display specifications come in at 16 inches, 3.2K resolution, and 165 Hz refresh rate. All of that adds up to a screen that offers plenty of real estate, bags of detail, and a smooth speed that'll serve you well for gaming. You won't have to worry about using this device in awkward lighting either, with up to 594 nits SDR brightness and 1048 nits HDR. In terms of design, the Yoga Pro 9i is a bit of a looker too. It feels high quality with an all-aluminum unibody that is just 18.2 millimeters thin. It is ever so slightly heavier than the MacBook Pro 16-inch at 2.23 kilograms, but remains thinner. Despite its thinness, creatives will be pleased by the range of ports Lenovo has managed to squeeze in, including a Thunderbolt 4, 2 USB-A, HDMI 1.4, a headphone jack, and an SD card slot. Number 4. Asus Chromebook Plus CX34. The Asus Chromebook Plus CX34 is an evolution of the Chromeos formula. Not only does it represent a device that students can be safe in the knowledge that will help them get their essays written, but it now wields added creative chops and specs too. The standard requires a minimum specs, and Asus was quickly on the bandwagon. The Chromebook Plus CX34 we tested simply met that minimum spec, nothing more and nothing less. That means 8GB RAM and an Intel Core i3 processor. The latter part of that may scare you, but with the 8GB RAM and lightweight Chromeos, the CX34 performed in a breezy fashion. This is a great device for essay writing, web browsing, and media consumption. But the creative capabilities that a Chromebook Plus device brings with it means that this Asus is capable of running Adobe Photoshop for the web and wielding the power of Google's Magic Eraser to swiftly tidy up your photos. Outside of the performance and software, the Chromebook Plus CX34 helps with essays by having a keyboard that's a joy to type on, while helping you get easily connected to whatever peripherals you need for your course, due to the pleasing range of ports. Battery life won't hold you back either, with this device managing over. Number 3. Apple MacBook Air M2. Students shouldn't feel pressured into spending this much on a laptop, but the MacBook Air M2 2022 is a great pick for those who can afford it and want a reliable machine that can tackle tasks tougher than simple browsing and word processing. The M2 chipset at the heart of this machine not only chews through everyday tasks, but it's more than fast enough for photo editing, 4K video editing, and even some gaming. During the review process, our reviewer spent far too long playing Football Manager 2022, for testing purposes, of course. If your day mainly consists of typing, then the MacBook Air M2 2022 is one of the best machines on this list. Below the keyboard sits a huge trackpad that's very responsive, and while this particular MacBook doesn't feature a touch bar, it offers simple function keys in its place like pre-2016 MacBooks. Battery life is strong enough to make it through a full day of work. During our testing, the M2 MacBook Air lasted for 14 hours in a video loop test, 2 hours longer than the previous model. In addition, the display is great for bouts of Netflix after class, and while it isn't mini LED like with the new MacBook Pro, the 13.6-inch IPS LCD panel here is still more than serviceable for work as much as it is for play. Number 2, Microsoft's Surface Laptop Go 2. If you need a laptop for school or university, there's a good chance you'll be on a tight budget and can't justify spending over $1,000. If that's the case, we recommend checking out Microsoft's Surface Laptop Go 2. This is one of the most affordable Windows laptops on the market, and yet still offers excellent build quality and is portable enough for frequent trips to the library. Its processor is slightly out of date compared to more expensive laptops, but our tests proved it's still perfectly speedy enough for day-to-day tasks, such as web browsing, opening emails, and hammering out essays. We'd only advise opting for a more powerful option if you need a laptop for gaming or content creation. Our only major concern with this laptop is the poor screen resolution. At just 1536 x 1024, we found that video doesn't look as sharp as it does on a more conventional 1080p laptop display. That dinky 12-inch screen isn't ideal for video streaming either, proving problematic if you want to view multiple web browsers and apps simultaneously. But if you don't need a laptop for video streaming or simply don't care about crystal clear picture quality, then the Surface Laptop Go 2 remains one of the best student laptop options for your studies. Number 1. Apple MacBook Air 15-inch. Apple decided to boost its 13-inch student-friendly laptop and introduced the MacBook Air 15-inch 2023. Little changes from the smaller model other than an expectedly larger frame, larger display, and a slightly higher price. Though you do get a boosted speaker setup too. We were already big fans of the MacBook Air, with the 13-inch model getting a 4.5-star review. The 15-inch version brings that same excellence along for the ride. What you get is a wondrously powerful productivity and student-friendly machine that, with its fanless design, is ideal for using in almost any workspace. The 15-inch display gives this laptop a key edge over the 13-inch version when it comes to multitasking, a key component of any student's workflow when it comes to referring to notes while you write an essay or sneakily catching up on your favorite show alongside creating that all-important presentation. The larger display just makes this a whole lot easier. Along with its productivity capabilities, the M2 chip supports basic editing, and the crisp 15.3-inch 2880x1864 LCD is great for watching video too. Media consumption is enhanced by even better speakers in the new 15-inch version, sporting a 6-speaker system, up from 4 on the smaller model. MacBook laptop speakers are already some of the best on the market, and the 15-inch Air provides surprisingly good bass for such a thin device, as well as clear vocals.